away we go. I want to welcome everyone back to episode 7 of the post-draft video. I'm here with Zach Hassan, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. Zach, on this show, we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions, captained by Charles Saka. We know you have a lot of comments for Charles, getting your revenge time finally to come on the show. Let's look at the team he put together before we get there. He had 6th overall, and pretty much everyone knew who he wanted. His good friend, Al Sultan, he wanted at 6. He wasn't sure he was going to get him. He made trade offers to move up to get Al, even jump over, pass on Elliott, pass on Zach to get Al. It didn't work out, but I guess it ended up working out for him because he got him at 6.
Did Charles come in knowing that he's going to be a quarterback, or?
So Charles was ready for anything.
Okay.
He didn't know which way he was going to go. If Elliott was there at 6 and Al was gone, he probably would have taken him. If you were there, I don't know what he would have done, because we know your situation, with all the captains. They're all calling me pre-draft, complaining about you, but I won't get into that. I'll let them keep that between them and you. So he took Al at 6, his number 1 receiver, and then he made a trade for Buka. Al and Buka, does it get scarier than that at receiver?
Yeah, no, it's really, really fast team. Al Sultan, can't say anything bad about the guy. He's a sick athlete. He doesn't say a word. He's humble. I mean, I think Al Sultan is going to be great in the league. I mean, there's nothing bad to say about this guy. He's a total phenom. I don't see, he's, again, an all-star receiver in the league. And I think he's going to put a dent on the league this year. I don't think teams are going to know what to do when they're playing against Al Sultan, especially these teams, these Steelers teams with Sim Fuchs guarding them and Danny M guarding them and Zachy Citron guarding Al Sultan. What are you going to do with Buka now? Buka and Al Sultan are the same player. I don't think Buka got a fair shot last year. I think Buka's a beast also.
I agree with that. I think Buka, he didn't get a fair shot, exactly what you say, with that Packer team. Ended up shipping off to the Vikings, but I think that Buka is a great pick. I know Joe Adis passed on Buka. He made that trade, gave up Buka. Obviously didn't want to go back to there. Al and Buka is a deadly combo. I don't know how you're going to be able to guard both. The question mark is on the flip side are either of those guys going to be able to guard Robert or Marty? Which one of those guys are you lining up? The knock on Al is that he's not tall.
Okay, I'm going to say this again. There's no NFL quarterbacks in this league, so at the end of the day, Al Sultan could stay with Robert, could stay with Marty. So, yeah, maybe here and there they're going to have a couple of jump balls on them, but he's going to stay with these guys. So, you can't knock him on his height because no one's throwing him in the perfect spot. No, you're not getting by him. You're not beating him out on the ball. So, I think Al Sultan is going to be a great defensively, offensively. I think he's going to be an all-star in the league, potential MVP in the league, honestly, or offensive player of the year.
I think that he's going to get help with Buka. Like you said, you can't double both of them. Yeah. So if you're going to double one, the other one's going to have one-on-one with no safety help.
In the league also.
I think without a doubt they are. And then he had himself at 27. So once that pick, those 2 picks went in and he traded all the way back, it was clear to us that he was going to be going at putting himself as quarterback. I haven't seen him too much at quarterback. I don't know him so well as a quarterback. He's been begging for a shot. He wanted it last year. Can he handle it? Have you ever seen him play quarterback?
First, he called me mediocre last year. I keep on repeating myself. So I'm mediocre at quarterback. He belongs in, I don't know, with the woman playing football or wherever the hell he's supposed to be. But
how long were you waiting to say that?
A long fucking time. Now, he has good pieces around him. Like I said, he's not going to throw long balls. I know the Sackers are very smart players, so they're not really into the whole long ball game. He's into the 5-10 yard passes, which he'll get with Al and Buka, but I don't think he's going to be a great quarterback in the league. But he surrounded himself with the right pieces to definitely succeed, but it depends on his line. I don't know who he has on line.
So let's get to his line, because that was a big question mark I had. If Charles is going to be able to play quarterback, his mobility's in question, his timing's in question, his accuracy's in question. We don't know yet. So he needed to build himself a line. If you put him on this squad, on your squad with Louis Sutton and Stevie Saka on line, that team's not winning a game. He got himself Sammy Saka, who's arguably one of the best linemen in the league at tight end, at line, physical, die hard, gonna I mean, he's a dentist, but he'll lose teeth to win. You know what I mean? So I think that was a huge pick for him.
Sammy Sack is great. He's like in these, when we used to play in the first league, offensive line, defensive line weren't guys that you needed, and a guy like this is a guy that
He's
a lot of teams need, especially when you're an average quarterback.
Now he's average.
I'm giving him, he's a Khazan, so I don't want to talk too much shit.
Uh-huh.
But having that guy, but you also need a second D-line. If Sammy Saka can't guard two guys, I don't know who his second D-line is.
So I'll get to his second O-line in a second. Then he picked Shimmy Cohen. I don't know if you know Shimmy Cohen. He plays in YMSL in the night league, center fielder, speedy guy. He is older. He's probably 30, 31, 32.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if the wheels are flattened yet on him. But at 33, Charles was thrilled to get him. Meyer said he was considering him at 20. Charles said he was considering him at 20. So I think he was very thrilled with that pick, his third receiver. So he's not going to be leaning on him too much, especially when your top two are two out of the top 5 receivers in the league. So Shimmy will have that less pressure. He'll have only one-on-one throughout the season. He'll never see double coverage. So anything he can provide for this team will be a plus. A safety, a check down receiver. I don't think he will be that, but if he can be, then Charles will be
Defensively, they're good.
Defensively, I think they're in a great position. And then Charles didn't have a pick till 48. And 48, I haven't said it yet. I said I was going to hold it in, and I wasn't going to say anyone was the steal of the draft until I really meant it. Shmuel Lewis Cohen, for those who don't know him, it was the steal of the draft, in my opinion. This guy is a brick wall. He's obviously not a top-tier Mohala. He went 48th overall, which, if you get anything out of your 48th, it's a plus. And to have a second lineman that he can rely on, I think is a huge plus. It solidified his line. It gives him the time he needs. It gives him the confidence he needs. I think that was the steal of the draft, and it saved Charles' team, and it made him one of the better teams in the league.
Yeah. So if he's a brick wall, I mean, this team is...
I have confidence in him. I saw him play once last year. I know the type of guy he is. A lot of people were telling me his vertical...
He played in the league last year?
He subbed a few times last year.
For who?
He subbed actually against you week 1, I believe. He was on the Packers team that you played. And then he subbed once later, I think, for the Raiders maybe. I think he's steal the draft. And then to talk about their last picks, David Sack, Charles' younger brother. He's also a big guy, can give some security on the line. Charles has talked him up, said, I traded for that 56th pick because I knew I was going to get David, and I wanted David. I would have taken him at 50, 51, anytime I could have got him. So anything David brings to that team, I think will be a big plus. I'm going to go on record right now. This is the best team in the league, I think.
I was going to say this. Besides us, I think they're the best team.
I think they're right up there with you. It's all on Charles, though. If there's one team where the quarterback has all the pressure, I don't think Meyer has all the pressure just because even if he performs well, I don't think they do too well. I think if Charles plays to an average quarterback, not even a great quarterback, if he plays an average quarterback, this team has a chance to go somewhere.
Yeah, this team is definitely the hardest team
I
to play against.
I don't think they're an A+. I'm not going to give an A. I'll give a B++. I'll give an A-. I'll go to an A- draft grade because of Al and Buka, and I don't think he gave up too much. Like I said, he wanted David. He got Sammy Saka, was huge. He got Shmuel Lewis, was huge. I think this is the best team, not by far. There's a lot of good teams. The Bills are right there with them, arguably. If the Bills had the line, the Bills had the line that the Lions do, they would be by far the best team. But I think the Lions have that edge because of the line, and I don't know how the Bills are going to match up with them. It remains to be seen. But I'll say right now the Lions are my Super Bowl contender. They're in that status with the Bills.
I 100% agree with you.
All right, Zach, I appreciate your insight on this team. We'll be back for the final.